Gilliman began to organize a series of hit-and-run counterattacks. Oh, hello. Why, hello. It's like I didn't expect you here. What up, everybody? Scuffy here, and obviously you are here for the spoilers for the world premiere of the Ultramarine spoilers, Calth expansion. Right? We're excited. We like what we've seen. The Sons of Ultramar. I'll tell you what, I've only seen a little bit so far, and I like what I see. I'm not a huge Ultramarines fan. Again, I'm not a huge Word Bears fan. Whatever. I like my vanilla sprinkled with a little bit of fist action. But that being said, new cards are good, new warlords are good, new options are good to mix up the game and create the meta. And you know, that's all there really is to say about that. Now, before I get into the spoilers here, I've got 3 cards to show you. 3 cards that I think will generate some buzz. But before I get into that, if you're new to the game or you've played the game casually or you're kind of wondering, how am I ever supposed to get all these cards? How am I ever supposed to amass a collection that's capable to, it's there's just too many cards to get. I don't have enough gold. I've got some tips for you, some very important tips and events and ways that you can get gold and get some of these cards that you would otherwise have to spend gold on to randomly get through crates. There's a lot of variety of methods to do it, and at the end of the video here after the spoilers, I'll talk about a few that we've got going on and upcoming for you to keep an eye out for. So stay tuned to that. Before we do that, one last thing. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into it.
So out the gate, we've got ourselves a new card type, or a subtype rather. We have the Theoretical. Ultramarines are very infamous, or famous rather, for their theoretical, practical approach in terms of how they view combat. The Theoretical is a subtype of a tactic, very much in the same way that the Salamander's teachings or the Alpha Legion traps and secret orders. In this instance here, they're simply called Theoreticals. This one here, Interlocking Tactics, for 3 energy, you're drawing a card for each friendly unit. I think the defensive maneuvers of the Death Guard are rather jealous of the Ultramarines' concepts here in terms of warfare. You could potentially draw 7 cards for 3 energy. That's a lot of value. You could just be paying 3 energy to draw 1 card. That's possible if your opponent just is just their warlord. But this offers a very nice alternative for certain deck types, I think, to replace Lectitio Divinatus, or even the tactic builds. So I'm looking forward to seeing this in use. And then one of the wonderful things here about the Ultramarines is, of course, they're very flexible. Defensible position is a common that highlights that. We've got a Theoretical here that does one of 2 things. Either A, you can stun an enemy, or B, you can give frontline and +0/+1 to a friendly troop. So you can use it to, you can use it in both either a defensive or an offensively defensive situation. What is going to be your approach? Is it going to be theoretical? Is it going to be practical? Stun is a very powerful concept here. So for 2, just being able to stun an enemy is pretty nice. And then the additional nature of being able to give frontline, and that's not till the end of turn, that's a permanent frontline to a friendly troop. That can make a huge difference, especially on some of those hardier Space Marines, Stardies, or even infantry units from the neutral factions that exist out there. So very nice duality, very nice flexibility. So I know what you're saying, how can I put these to better use? What if there was a warlord that could help me put these to better use? And with that, I give you Anithil. Anithil, first off, is your 30 hit point warlord, right? He's got medium initiative, and he's got Theoreticals cost 1 less, which is an amazing value. We've seen that with Lucretia. That's amazing. It's his ability that for 2 energy, you're dealing 1 damage. If the target survives, create a Theoretical in your hand. So Vulcan, Fulgrim, Peck, all these warlords who create tactics are instantly jealous of this warlord here, who's not only creating a tactic or a theoretical, he's dealing 1 damage for it. This is a given when you're attacking against your opponent's warlord the first turn of the game, that not only are you going to deal the 1 damage, but you're also going to gain a theoretical for future use in the game. great value. And because it's going off of a target surviving, it really combines well with the courage mechanic or courage keyword that we've seen, because you can have your opponent's troops survive, still trigger the courage, drop your unit to trigger the courage, and you've gained a card advantage as well as dealt damage, as well as whatever benefit from the courage card itself. So this guy is going to be very, very flexible.
So, Aenid Thiel, a very strong 30 hit point warlord. And usually the 30 hit point warlords are. I found it interesting, he doesn't have high initiative. He doesn't start with an extra card, but technically with his ability, he does. And he begins to rack up those theoreticals very quickly. And we've only seen 2 so far. So I'm very kind of curious to see what other theoreticals will generate. Will we see epic and legendary theoreticals? In the terms of the salamanders, their teachings were just commons and rares. Might have been, I don't think Nocturne's Boon was a teaching. I think it was a tactic. But the night is young. We might see more theoreticals increase the pool that he can draw upon. And just having those 2 alone, being able to draw more cards and being able to potentially stun an enemy for 2 energy is very, very utility, very nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And I honestly, I mean, Thiel is a pretty cool warlord as far as that goes. He's a unique character in terms of the Ultramarines. He breaks the mold. There's a reason why veteran sergeants in the 41st millennium have red on their helmet. So, as I mentioned at the start of the video, some methods that people can use. Obviously, we've got the word bearers that just came out. We've got the Ultramarines that are coming out Friday. That's 2 factions, and then we've got a 3rd faction, mysterious faction that there's a lot of speculation. We're thinking Black Shields at this point. So if you don't know what those are, look those up. I had to look those up too because they're very, very small, but there's no other point to squeeze them in. This might be it. We might be in for a surprise too, though, so you never know. But that's 3 new factions. That's 3 entirely new sets of cards that you have to either spend 200 gold for crates, or you have to spend 100 gold for the Calth crate once it releases, and hope that you get cards from the faction that you want to get. Not counting any other cards that you may not have. So if you are newer to the game or you have incomplete collections, you're looking to pick up some more gold, you're looking to pick up some legendaries, you're looking to pick up epics and rares. Currently, we have got the deck building contest. I do that monthly. Now, the prize for that is first place is an epic of your choice. Second and third place get a rare of your choice, and that can include cards from the new faction. Tournaments. As you can go on Everguild's site, they keep a calendar of the tournaments that are going on. If you're not part of the Discord community, again, I urge you to do that, or check out Reddit. Go to your local community source and get involved in these player-run tournaments, because the player-run tournaments offer gold for usually 1st through 4th, depending on turnout, anywhere between 1,000 to I think 2,000, 3,000. Some of these things that we've had for gold, as well as for first place a choice of legendary, which can include a Primarch. So if you don't have too many Primarchs, but you feel that you're a very competent player, join these tournaments, play with the best, or play with people within your rank pool, because it's not just one pool. We've got multiple tournaments that are being run at different times by different organizers in terms of secondary founding based off of low legendary points. We've got the Lodge Wars tournaments, which we've had on the site here, and a couple other streamers have shown their videos. We've got a new thing coming up here. The World Cup looks very interesting. But this video, knowing that it reaches a few more people that normally don't subscribe to the channel, I'm hoping to spread this information to you. If you're interested in that, you want to play a little more, you're playing the game already. The only difference is you're going to, if you want to participate in a tournament, you play at a certain time against certain people or within a certain time frame, depending on the nature of the tournament. Get on there, you play, you win, you get gold, you get legendaries, you get epics, you get rares, you feel connected to the community. There's a whole mess of ways to do it. We've also got create a card contest, which I've kind of spotlighted a couple times through the videos on the channel here, but that's also on the Discord. There's just a lot of methods to do it. So if you're a new player, or you feel like you're falling behind with the new cards, or you really just want to dive into the Ultramarines and you feel like you get involved in these events, play, be part of it, and up your odds of being able to get the cards that you want. There's nothing like getting free gold. There's nothing like having a pick of a legendary of your choice because you performed well. Not only do you get the feeling of glory for a job well done, but on top of that, you get to fill that one missing piece of your collection. It's a very nice feeling, and to the victors go the spoils. So that's the information I have to share with you. I'll try to hot link here a couple of the events that we know that are going on, but go on Discord, check out Reddit, check out your local community source, check out some of the other videos that I myself have got going on, or SkyPoint's got going on, or LCFR's got going on. We try to mention, spotlight, highlight these events because they're big. They're big events. They're big opportunities for players like yourselves, like myself. I'm really looking forward to the World Cup personally, just because I think that's just an amazing idea, and it's a big undertaking, but it should be really neat. Yeah, yeah. I like the team formats too. I always enjoyed Lodge Wars, and this takes it beyond Lodge Wars. This is like World Wars, but with Horus Heresy cards. So could be really fun. Should be really fun, right? Um, that's it, guys. If you got any questions, anything, feel free to message below. And keep playing Legions. We'll see you at Calth.
And now it's time for Chewbacca Believe It. He's got the good stuff. You know, I seldom find a reason to smile, except when I'm playing Jubak and Constantine Valdor. Nothing like a little bit of extra cards to really make things interesting. Now that no survivors, that's a good widespread damage card. Let's see how we can put this into use. First, we'll bring out our swooping eagle. It's pretty tight. Erlen can keep that pressure up a lot. But wait, what's this? Oh, oh, oh. He just gave us what's gonna happen. Dear God. That. Chewbacca believe that? I don't even have words. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Chewbacca believe. Alright, that wraps it up for me. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. Add any comments below. And if you think the video might be useful or the series might be useful, feel free to share that with other players that you know as well. And we'll talk to you later.